Hello and good morning. It is time to wake up in Barca. Live Barcelona news coming at you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on the Undefeated channel. In today's episode, my friends, we are going to be talking all about the upcoming match between Athletic Club and Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. That's going to be Thursday, 3:30. We are going to be doing a match watch-along for that one. I'll be doing... Why am I out of breath? Why am I out of breath? Ran up the stairs, that's why. Anyway, we'll be here live Thursday. I'll be doing the match commentary. You get to participate in the chat with Culers from around the world. And in today's episode, we're going to be doing lineups, predictions. We'll take a look at the form of both teams. We'll take a look at the previous fixtures so we can get a good understanding of what we're up against, like I said, this Thursday in Copa del Rey. Now, as we are having this show live, simultaneously, Xavi is doing his press conference. So, while we are talking all things Barcelona today and getting ready for the match, at the end, we'll jump over to Twitter. We'll make sure that we get all of the talking points from Xavi's press conference. And then, if we have to make any changes to our predicted starting 11, we'll do that. So again, all in today's episode, match preview, predictions, all that good stuff, all happening right here on the Undefeated channel. And my friends, if this is your first time finding us, as always, I want to invite you to join the Undefeated community. Like I mentioned, we're here live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Barcelona news. And then we're here for all of the matches, giving the live commentary, chatting with Culers from around the world as we support the Blaugrana. Let's go ahead and kick things off the right way, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the Undefeated Mustache John.
All right, my friends, hello and good morning. I need to scoot myself down a little bit. There we go. I'm doing okay. The eye is looking better. It's getting there. Still got a little scab where the cut is, and it's quite yellow right now. It's actually starting to match the kit, the Senora kit. No big deal. No big deal. So like I said, today's episode, it's really going to be about the Copa del Rey. Xavi's... Let me fix this mic, make sure we don't have any bad sound going on. Xavi is doing his press conference like as we speak. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Apparently Memphis is out. I don't know if it's an injury strain or what, but that was one of the things I saw getting on Twitter right off the bat. So I'm going to catch up on the chat, say good morning to folks, and then we'll dive in for some Copa del Rey match preview. Exciting stuff. Ryan Scott, good morning. Prashant, hello, hello. Referee, good morning. Referee says, I hope John can do a live reaction to it. I always want to listen to what Xavi has to say. I don't know. I won't be able to give you any of the audio or video from the press conference. And actually, I don't know if I can even hear it because he's going to be speaking in Catalonian and they're going to be giving a translation, of course. Yeah, I'd rather not do that. I just threw it on, but they're going to be doing English overdub. I'd rather not. We'll catch up on all the press conference stuff afterwards because what I don't want to do is be sitting here caught up in that. You guys don't have anything going on your screen. I'd rather not do that. So we will catch up on the Xavi press conference. Kudus, good morning, sir. Stash Squad Senator, the Stash Commander, Captain Stash Squad, whatever you want to go by, Kudus. You still got to pick a title here. Who else we got? Ayush, my main man, my nephew from India. You're not in the slideshow yet. I'm still waiting for folks to send me pictures, all right? Again, if you want to be a part of the pre-match, pre-Wake Up in Barca slideshow, go ahead and send me your pictures at The Undefeated Mustache John on Instagram, at The Undefeated MJ on Twitter, or The Undefeated Mustache John at gmail.com. Either way, send me your pictures. Throw on your Barcelona gear, make a sign, support the channel, support the club, whatever you want to do there. Show your love for the club, for the channel. Send me a picture. I'll include you in the slideshow. We're going to have that updated for Thursday's match, Ayu. We'll get that going. Levi, what's up, brother? Good morning to you. Ovi says, morning, Sensei. Was very busy previous week. How's everything? Things are going good. Things have been a little bit tense in the Culers community lately with all this hashtag war going on with Busquets, but things have been okay. It's a good problem to have. For those of you that did not listen to the last episode of Wake Up in Barca. And if you didn't see the upload where I had a message for Culers, we just need to relax. Let's not make this a fight internally. We're doing okay here, folks. The fact that we have 5 or 6 midfielders to choose from and we're debating on which ones are the best 3, that's okay. It's a good problem to have. We don't have to be mean to each other about it. Yusuf, good morning, sir. That's hilarious. Levi, I don't know what made you think of that, but Levi just said if you say space ghetto in an American accent, it sounds like a Scottish person saying space girl. Space ghetto. Space girl. Yeah. Space girl. That's funny. Okay, Levi, I love you, buddy. William says, hey, I discovered you yesterday. How long have you been a Barca fan? Since 2004. 2004 is when I started following Barcelona. 2005 specifically. Chelsea versus Barcelona, Ronaldinho's goal from the top of the box is what solidified it. I was like teeter-tottering on a couple of different clubs at that time. I was 15 years old, something like that. 16 years old, whatever it was. Been around for a long time, and now I'm in it for the long haul. For those of you that haven't seen the tattoo, I need to do a full tattoo story and video at some point so that people are well aware of my love of Barcelona. But anyway, William, welcome to the community, my friend. I'm glad you found us. Levi says, I have some naughty pictures for your slideshow. No, Levi. Don't need any of that on the channel. Keep it family friendly, please. The stash mod. Ayush coming in as the stash mod. I love it. Ayush, you don't need to make me feel old. That's not cool, bro. I don't know why I keep moving the mic around today. I'm going to stop touching it now. Levi says, Busquets is our player and we should love him. I do love him. I do support him. And I think that people can say that it's time to start rotating him without being disrespectful. But we also have to acknowledge that there's people that are just being way over the top aggressive towards Busquets. And it's not necessary. Not necessary. Sem also says he was born in 2005, so I've been a Barca fan for as long as he's lived. It is what it is. That's why a lot of folks on here call me Uncle John. I happen to be the senior of the community. So yeah, I've been around a little bit longer than you folks. And so maybe I have a little bit different perspective with what's going on right now. It is what it is. Speaking of what's going on right now, folks, we do have Copa del Rey action. That is tomorrow for my time zone. That's going to be kickoff at 3:30. We're going to be starting our pregame show at 3. That's Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you figure out what it is for your time zone so you don't miss any of the action. Let's dive into a little bit about where these two teams stand, and then we'll go into lineup predictions. Then we'll get caught up on Xavi's press conference, and then we'll circle back, see if we got anything wrong. How about that? How to Vids, good morning, sir, says, hey, do you have a Gmail that we can contact you on? Yes, I actually left a comment to your comment, How to Vids. The undefeated mustache John at gmail.com. You can send your pictures in there as well. Taking a look at the two teams' form, like I mentioned, we're going to look at the La Liga table. Doesn't matter too much. Completely different competition, but Barcelona currently sitting 6th. Athletic Club down in 9th. Typically, they're up there fighting for a European spot. No match in hand for them. They're actually up one right now. So Athletic Club not doing quite well in La Liga, but they have had a pretty good run of form here. I think they have lost 2 in their last 5, something like that. But they beat Atletico Madrid in the Supercopa semi. They lost to Real Madrid in the final. It happens. Scrolling back to some of their other results, another 2-1 defeat in La Liga to Madrid. They beat Osasuna, lost to Sevilla. They beat Real Betis. Again, going back to, is that both? That couldn't both be La Liga, right? One of those had to be something else. Anyway, the other thing I want to point out, folks, if you notice as I scroll through here all the way into September, look at the number of red cards, not just for Athletic Club, but for their opponents as well. In like a third of their matches, one or the other has a red card. It's insane. So here's what to expect from Athletic Club. It's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a dogfight on Thursday. We are not... Oh, no,
Ladies and gentlemen.
I did it. And I didn't send out the tweet. I'll send out the tweet there. My goodness. Producer, come on. Get on it. Here's what I got to do. I got to come up with a fake producer that I can yell at whenever I screw up and I leave my intro on. And yes, Kudus is correct. Back to one. You guys love it. Don't act like you don't love it. You love it when I make mistakes and show that I'm human and that this is truly amateur hour here on the Undefeated channel. Anyway, so that's one thing that I want to point out. It is going to be a dogfight against Athletic Club. They are a very proud team that only pull players from the Basque Country. So they are literally fighting for the pride of their nation every time they step on the pitch. That's why very often either Athletic or their opponent get a red card. Producer Kyle Cash. I should, but I won't. I love Kyle way too much for that. That's too funny. All right. Their most dangerous player, you ask? I think we can talk about that a little bit. Most dangerous player, particularly in the attack, is going to be Inaki Williams. 27-year-old Spaniard, again, from Bilbao. You have to be from Bilbao to play for Athletic Club. Interesting fun fact, by the way. I mentioned this back when we played Athletic Club in, August? Something like that. For those of you that don't know the history of Athletic Club and Atletico Madrid, Athletic Club started first, and it was started by Englishmen who had connections to Southampton. That's why Athletic Club wears the red and white stripes. It's because the English connection to Southampton. Then, once Athletic Club was formed, they split. Some people went over to Madrid, started an athletic team, but because they were more Madristas at that point, wanted to move away from the English side of things, they went from Athletic Club to Atletico, the Spanish version, Madrid. But kept the red and white stripes. So Athletic Bilbao, aka Athletic Club, and Atletico Madrid both initially formed from Southampton supporters in Spain and then split. Fun fact of the day. Anyway, Inaki Williams, very dangerous up top. He's got height, he's got pace, he's got power, but we have Araujo, my friends. We have Araujo, we have PK. We'll talk about who's going to start at right back. We shall see. I'm feeling confident in this one. Yes, it's going to be a dogfight, but I'm liking our chances. If we jump over and look at our most recent results, in the last year, we've played Athletic Club 3 times. Most recently, we had a 1-1 draw in La Liga. That was back in August. Barcelona, again, getting a red card. We beat them in the Copa del Rey final earlier in the spring of 21. 4-0 victory for Barcelona. Very easy, but a very different team at that point as well. Still had Griezmann, still had Messi. Supercopa earlier that year, so just over a year ago, Supercopa final lost to Athletic Club. And again, Barcelona red carded that match. So not a guaranteed victory by any means for Barcelona. And we have some questions going into our lineup. Supposedly, I just saw on Twitter before hopping on here, supposedly Memphis is out. I didn't see any specifics on an injury. I don't know if there's going to be some crazy off-the-wall transfer. Maybe he goes to Juventus or something like that. I would think that those details would have been shared if that is the case. Either way, reports are saying that Memphis is out, not going to be available. So we're going to jump over to a starting lineup, but I want to get your thoughts, your predictions. Who do you want to see in the starting 11 against Athletic Club on Thursday? And again, we are going to be doing a watch party. For those of you that are not familiar, I'll have the scoreboard, I'll have the lineup, I'll be giving you the play-by-play, all of the commentary. You won't miss any of the action. So whether you have the game on and you want to mute it, sync it up with my commentary, or if you can't see the game, I'm probably your best way to stay up to date. And then what's great about our watch-alongs is you get to connect with Culers literally from around the world. We've got folks from all different countries, different backgrounds, different opinions about a lot of things. But we're here to support the badge. We're here to support the Blaugrana. And we'll be here live Thursday for the Copa del Rey. So let me know what you are thinking for the for the starting 11. Sorry, I just saw Levi's comment said, call them Bilbao to wind them up. So the reason why they don't like to be called Bilbao is because I think it was Bilbao FC. I could be wrong. But there was an athletic club and a Bilbao. They were separate teams. And then at some point, I forget when, 70s maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, at some point, those two clubs merged. So now they're Athletic Club de Bilbao, I think is their full name. But the true diehards, they prefer to go by Athletic Club. So, yes, if you want to rile them up a little bit, call them Bilbao. William says, have you heard about the Real Madrid rumors about Araujo? Yes, nonsense, garbage. There's no way. There is, I'll say, 0% chance that Araujo goes to Madrid anytime soon. Joseph Charles says, good morning, Trinidad in the house. Well, good morning back to you, Charles. Good to have you. I've decided also, Ayush, this is a quick shout out for you. We've been talking about doing an undefeated community map where people get to pin, or where I put a pin in a country where people are watching from. It was going to be a physical map. I was going to put it on the wall, but then I was like, hang on, we can do that digitally. Hello, it's 2022, baby. Let's use some technology. So I'll get that going. That's on my short list where we'll do shout outs. You'll tell me what country you're watching from. I'll put a pin in it. We'll get a little view going. It'll be fun. It's part of building out the community. It'll be a good time. Holy shit, folks. Stop. Hang on. We've got a Dennis Thorne sighting, my friends. Let's go. Good morning, Dennis Thorne. It's been a minute. Look at the smile you just put on my face. I'm so happy to see you. Says, wouldn't mind seeing Roy Kent out there. My man. If we had him, I'd start him. I'll tell you that. I love to see you, Thorny. Let's see here. In terms of the starting 11 for actual sincere comments, Sem says, I want to see a midfield of Gavi, Busi, and Pedri. Ovi says, Luke de Goat is playing better than Memphis right now, and he has earned his starting spot. True, but Luke de Goat is still suspended. If you remember, the Copa del Rey final last year got a red card against Barcelona. Now, ironically, playing for Barcelona, has to miss the first two matches. This is the second match, so no Luke de Gun. De Gun, you idiot. I got tongue-tied between de Goat and de Young. No Luke de Goat in this one, unfortunately. I know, Levi, sorry. I try not to curse, but I just got so excited with Thorne. So excited. Ryan says, Ferran Torres, Luke de Jong, and Fati. Midfield, Pedri, Gavi, Busquets. Defense, Alba, Danny, Piqué, and Eric Garcia. Okay. Randolph, 8K. What's up, brother? Good morning to you. Cheers. Sipping on Americano, as always. Anybody else having some caffeine today? What's your drink? What's your drink for today? That's something that we should probably start shouting out, too. Give yourself some credit if you're enjoying some caffeine. If you're a amateur barista whipping up something fancy, let me know. You get some coffee, get some tea. Are you a water or a juice kind of person? What are we drinking today? It's good to start off with some water. That's why I got double fist in here. Let's go. Party time. Chug, chug, chug. Gotta stay hydrated. I'm going to jump over and give you my prediction for the starting 11 here in just a moment. But I want to make sure I get folks' thoughts on who they want to see in the starting 11. There's a lot to debate. So here in just a minute, I'm going to give you my predicted starting 11. But you all have the chance to give me yours first. Levi says, I wouldn't play Gavi. He'll get sent off. This is going to be a heated one for them. And I have some thoughts on that. Samuel says, hello from Indonesia. Right on, brother. Glad you found us. Levi's drinking some tea. Right on. Sem says, just a coffee with milk and sugar. Hopefully more coffee than milk and sugar. There's some people. I was sitting next to a guy on a plane who asked for a coffee. And then the stewardess said, do you want any sugar? And he said, yes. And she said, how many? And he goes, I don't know if you have enough. And then she proceeded to hand him like 12 gram packets of sugar. Insane. He put all of them into his coffee. Like, dude, just drink a Coke. Stop messing around. Just drink a Coca-Cola at that point. It's insane. Anyway, Ovi says hot chocolate with a brownie. Let's go. Getting that diabetes train going in the morning. Ryan doesn't like coffee, likes tea. No worries. I'm not here to judge. I actually went through a little tea phase myself not too long ago, but I got an espresso machine as a wedding gift. And boy, oh boy, I have been riding the espresso train like it's going out of style. Absolutely. Kuda says, I come back to sugar fiend. Absolutely. Same here. Sam, just with one packet of sugar. Okay, good. All right. Well, now that we've gone on a coffee tangent and bored everybody who's actually tuned in to talk about Barcelona, I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to give you my predicted starting 11. Let's take a look at the lineups here. Here we go. Starting off in the back. We got Neto between the posts, my friends, and I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy about that, including me. He was terrible in his last performance in the Copa del Rey. Whoops, hang on, this is not right. We want this one. There we go. He was terrible in his last performance in the Copa del Rey, but Barcelona traditionally let their backup keeper start in Copa del Rey. That's how we keep everybody happy, keep it balanced, make sure Ter Stegen stays fresh. So it's going to be Neto between the posts. Good, bad, indifferent. It is what it is. He's going to be there. Back four, we're going to have Jordi Alba. We're going to have Piqué. We're going to have Araujo. And then let the debates begin at right back. I'm going Dani Alves. I would personally love to see Dest. He's fit. He's healthy. He hasn't gotten a start in a few matches. Dani Alves, I love him. My favorite right back of all time. But boy, did he look slow against Real Madrid. I have concerns, as I mentioned earlier, about the pace of Inaki Williams up top. So yes, we have Araujo back there, but I don't want him to be the only one with speed. So I would appreciate seeing Dest. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Xavi's going to go Dani Alves, and so that's why I got him in the starting 11 here in my prediction. For the midfield, now the debates can truly begin. I'm going Pedri, Busi, and De Jong. Here's why. Pedri, our most influential midfielder. Okay, we saw him coming back from injury against Real Madrid, immediately changed the game, changed how we were performing. So he's going to get the start. Busquets is pretty much undroppable by Xavi. I know the hashtags Busquets to the bench have been going on, as well as Respect Busquets. We talked about it a little bit on Monday. I put out a little clip from that with my thoughts, a little message to all the Culers from around the world. If you didn't see that, make sure you go back and watch that video. But I'm going Busquets. He's Xavi's guy. He's the captain of the club. It's a big match in round of 16 Copa del Rey. So I'm going Busquets. Next to them, I'm going De Jong, and here's why. I don't think if we go Busquets, Pedri, and Gavi, I don't think we have enough defense in the midfield. I don't think we have enough pace to cover defensively in the midfield. Frankie de Jong helps Sergio Busquets maintain that center of the pitch so that we don't get exposed too often on the counterattack. Now, you know that this is not my preferred starting 11. I want to see the rotation start. I want to see Frankie de Jong at the defensive mid with Pedri and Gavi alongside him. That's what I want to see start happening. But I don't think it happens in this match. Copa del Rey, Athletic Club, a lot of pressure, physical game. I think we're going to go with these three. I could listen to the arguments that Gavi is suspended in La Liga, and so therefore he's going to start today and get rest over the weekend. I could listen to those arguments. Maybe he starts over Pedri. But I got to think for security purposes, we go with Pedri, Busquets, and De Jong. That's what I'm thinking for the midfield. Up top, new reports coming out that Memphis is not available. Haven't gotten any details on that. We'll have to check back in later, but reports are saying that he's going to be unavailable. Luke de Jong, Luke de Goat, I should say. He's on fire right now for Barcelona. He's going to be unavailable. Again, red card in the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona last year. Now he's playing for Barcelona, but ironic as it may be, he is suspended for the last match and this match, so we'll have him after this one moving forward for Copa del Rey. So my front three then, we get limited options. Dembele, Ansu, Ferran Torres. I know some of you are going to make a shout for Jutla. I wouldn't hate it if that happened. Maybe we get Jutla on the left, Ansu as the number 9, or vice versa, and then keep Ferran Torres on the right-hand side. With all the drama going around Dembele right now, I know that there are a lot of people saying put him in the stands. There's a lot of people saying put him on the bench. There are a smaller fraction of supporters saying go ahead and keep playing him. I think until a decision is made, until it's final, it's done, either he's leaving or staying or whatever, while everything's up in the air, I think he continues to play. With Memphis being unavailable, with De Jong being unavailable, I don't think we put the pressure on Abde or Jukla. I think we stick with Dembele, Ansu, Ferran Torres up top. So that's my predicted starting 11. In terms of the outcome, the scoreline, I'm going 2-1 Barcelona in a tight, heated battle against Athletic Club in the round of 16 Copa del Rey. Again, come back to the Undefeated channel. We're going to be live 30 minutes before kickoff. We'll do a full pregame predictions, go over the lineup, all that good stuff, and then we'll be doing live commentary and supporting the Blaugrana as we go on to a 2-1 victory onto the round of 8 in the Copa del Rey. And I will see you there for the live match, my friends. Okay, that's where we will pause and jump over to the chat. We'll get caught up. Let me know what you think of the starting 11 that I'm predicting here, folks. What would you change? What do you like? What do you not like? What are you thinking? Levi says no to Neto. Wants to play Ter Stegen. I'm with you. I would play Ter Stegen based off of form and who I would prefer between the posts, but that's not how Barcelona do things. Klops and Robbers, hello, sir. How you doing? Ovi says, I think Dest will start today. I'd love to see it. It would be a positive sign. I'll say this. Either this match or in La Liga over the weekend. One of the two. Dest needs to get a start. He's desperate at this point. Let's see here. Sem says, I still think we should try Eric Garcia at CDM. Defensive mid, that is. In an easy match, he's good defensively, has some good progressive passing. I wouldn't hate seeing it, but yeah, I think you're right. It wouldn't be for this match. It would be for, if we play like Alaves in La Liga or something like that. Referee says it's a one-game match. Ter Stegen will start. I'm telling you guys, I don't think it's going to happen. Copa del Rey, we typically go with the number 2 keeper. BJ, hello, sir, says Dembele and Depay is absent in training, so they might not play. No Dembele in training either? Dudes, what is going on? Is it injuries? We're gonna have to get caught up on the press conference. I'm gonna jump over to Twitter here in just a second and see if we can get any updates from the press conference. William says, I don't understand why Balde isn't getting any minutes. Might just not be ready yet, to be honest. Levi asks, when is Braithwaite back? He is in training, questionable for this match against Athletic and Copa del Rey. Might come back for La Liga over the weekend. So very excited for that. Referee says Jukla over Dembele. You're not the only one thinking that, for sure. William says putting Dembele isn't even putting Dembele, I assume in the stands, you mean, isn't a punishment for Dembele anymore. Kenny says put Dembouz in the bench, Luke at striker. And also, hello. Hi, Kenny. If you're just jumping in, Luke the GOAT not available. Still serving that red card suspension. And William clarified in the stands. Fair enough. Referee says last year Ter Stegen played against Sevilla. Remember, was it in the final? You're talking about no, Sevilla. We played Athletic in the final. Sevilla was the semi-final, right? If I remember correctly. Listen, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. It has happened, folks. I have been wrong once or twice on this channel. More than that. In fact, for those of you that follow me on Twitter, I'm wrong like at least once a day. I wake up and start tweeting before I've even had any caffeine, and I got to backtrack like 2 or 3 times before my day even really gets going. Anyway, let me jump over. I'm going to jump over to Barcelona's Twitter here. We're going to get a little refresh on that, and we're going to see if any of the... yes, we are starting to get some quotes from Xavi's press conference. So Xavi says, I see daily improvements. I'm optimistic. Xavi on Ferran Torres. He's fully recovered, and tomorrow he will play an important role. Let's go, Ferran Torres. Probably get the start, I would assume. Speaks on Ansu Fati. Is it going to be in English, though? I got to wait and get some quotes on that. Xavi says Sergio Busquets, that is a very important player for us. He is spectacular. I got to think he's going to be starting and wearing the captain's armband for us tomorrow. Got to think. Okay, that's all they got out so far. This is going to be updating minute by minute here, I'm sure. It says Braithwaite is a great professional. Of course. I'm waiting to see, if the lineup actually gets released or not. Waiting to see if that happens. As of right now, not getting anything. But when we search Memphis Depay, this is what I was talking about. Memphis Depay is out for the match against Athletic. Martin Braithwaite could get the medical green light. That's from Barca Universal. Our good friends and companions, Barca Universal, very reliable resource. So, again, no details, though. I don't speak French, so I don't know what this says. Same thing. I need an English translation is what I need. Barcelona comment, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's not giving me anything. Let's go to latest. Memphis has a little discomfort. He suffered a bit, but is nothing serious. Tomorrow we'll decide. Okay, that's from Luis Lorente. Don't know if that's a reliable resource or not, but apparently that is a quote from Xavi. Again, I need to learn more Catalonian so I can translate some of this. But he's a doubt. He's questionable. We shall see. Anything else, folks? Anything else that you would maybe change? We'll jump over to my predicted starting 11 again. Anything else that you guys would change? And get your predictions going, too. Levi says, I've been tweeting a lot lately. I've just been getting back into it. I initially joined Twitter just before the 2014 World Cup because it was the best way to stay up to date on news around the World Cup, around transfer rumors. But I wasn't really part of the conversation at all, and I kind of drifted off of that. I started spending more time on Instagram. I would post my thumbnails and whatnot. Didn't get a lot of traction. Got kind of bored with it in general. And then I don't know what made me do it, but I was thinking about how to continue growing the community, how I can get some more eyes on the channel. And I was like, I should probably start putting more on Twitter. So I started promoting a bit on Twitter. And then I was like, oh, that's right. There's a lot of conversation going on here, too. It's not like Instagram where it's like a post and you're done. Twitter is very much a back and forth. Twitter is very much the place where news breaks. So yes, I cannot help myself sometimes. I have to voice my opinion on Twitter as well. So yeah, you'll see some funny stuff on Twitter. You'll see me mostly what you'll see me doing on Twitter is respectfully debating. I don't get into name calling or any of that nonsense. It's not worth the time. It's just not worth it. But yes, have been doing a lot of tweeting lately. Anyway. Am I missing anything else, folks? Is there anything else that we need to talk about? Anything else that we need to discuss going into the match? Again, one more time, if this is your first time finding us, so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of the action. It really does help. If you want to show your support right now, give it a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up. Helps that algorithm get going. Bring some folks into the community. And I'm just refreshing, seeing if there's anything else going on. I think we're okay. I think we got to wait for some more news to come out. So that's probably going to do it for today, folks. Am I right? We good? Let me catch up on the chat one more time. William says we need Dembele this season. I think we should play him even if he doesn't renew. It's questionable. I know. I don't have a hard stance on it. My personal feelings are get to the stands. Get to the stands. I don't want to rely on a player that doesn't want to, not that he doesn't want to be here. It's that he thinks we owe him the whatever. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm so tired of talking about Dembele, to be honest. The demands that he's making after missing almost 50% of the matches he should have been available for in the last 4.5 years. Whatever. I digress. Oh, referee says I can translate it? You're so smart. Embedded report and remove. I'll have to look at how to do that. My age is showing right now. So I'll get that going another time. Anyway, Levi says 3-1 victory for Barcelona. Fati scores 2 and Gavi gets a red card. Ovi says Abde over Dembele and Barca 3-1 victory. To be honest, Abde and Dembele having just about the same output right now. Referee says look at the BR football tweet. All right, we'll take a look. I'll bite. We'll take a look at BR football. See what we got going on here. Xavi on Ousmane Dembele's contract situation says either Dembele renews or we look for an exit. Wow. Love it. Love to see it. Stand by the club. Don't let him bully us. He's just not worth it. If he had performed, I'll say this. If he had performed up to his full potential in the last 4.5 years, then sure, he deserves the contract that he's asking for. But the facts are he didn't, and so he doesn't. We'll leave it on that, okay? We will leave it on that. I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with me today. One more time, if this is your first time finding us, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the action here on the Undefeated channel. We are going to be live for the Copa del Rey Round of 16 Athletic Club Barcelona match. I'll be doing the commentary. You'll be chatting with Culers from around the world. We'll be going live about 30 minutes before kickoff. We'll do a preview, match prediction, go over any of the news going into it. And we'll be here to support the Blaugrana. So thank you all for tuning in and taking a ride, and I'll see y'all next time.